Okay, so I want to welcome everybody here again tonight. And oh, right, everybody needs to video out, although I think it's only recording me anyway, but now I'm pinned, so it's definitely only recording me. And as far as I know, almost nobody watches these, so it's not really a concern at this point. I'm going to minimize everybody. Boom. Okay, here we go. Some yellow tones here to everything tonight. All right, nice deep breath. We just had some raucous fun here a little bit before I started recording as a way partly of releasing some of the heaviness, I think, and some of the tension of what's happening in the world this week, right? And how we are being impacted and affected by now a new war in the world, new tragedies, new traumas for people. So balancing the swells, trying to ride the swells, as kind of as somebody said earlier. All right, so taking a couple of deep breaths. So wherever you are inside of yourself, coming into this moment or this recording, beginning to bring your awareness to your breath, right? And to your body, just feeling yourself. You know, and of course, our selves are more than our bodies. I mess up my plurals through this kind of work constantly. Our bodies, ourselves are our energy fields. It's the larger in this reality truth about who we are and our experience of ourselves. And I would imagine that the more that each of us does this kind of work, energy work, the more aware we become of our field, our own energy field, and even the membrane between our energy field and the world, so that we can actually, as I think we all know, develop the capacity to kind of pull that membrane in closer to us when we need tighter boundaries, and then to be able to let it open up and relax when we are in a space of peace, of safety, and are wanting a more expansive experience. And so perhaps we could each call on those higher dimensional energies, however you refer to them, asking them to, or invoking them, to create protection around you, right? So that energetically you are protected and safe, and that beings of pure heart and light and strength are watching over you, so that you can relax more deeply than you ordinarily relax. And relaxing more deeply, you can move into more expansive experiences of yourself and reality. And at least one of the reasons for doing this is to be able to bring in more, my word, holifying information, more wisdom, more guidance, more light, more unconditional love all of it nesting itself within our energy systems. And we experience healing and openness and expansion and greater light within, greater unconditional love and forgiveness, compassion. And every time we do this, we grow ourselves into more whole and healed versions of ourselves that are able to connect more deeply and more fully with life here and above, beyond, with our own hearts and selves, with those we love most in the world. With those we love next in the world, with those we meet. We become greater beacons of love and light. And holding this greater love and light within helps us to stay in love, even in the midst of tragedy and travesty, challenge, conflict. And we absolutely transform the world every time we increase our radiance. Every time we move from a mundane awareness into our more conscious awareness. And I imagine that there are different things in your hearts, your minds, in your conscious, different aspects of reality today that are impacting you. Different experiences of ways your past is still impacting how you show up today in ways that distort or limit our light and our love, because that's what trauma does. And it's a big part of what trauma does. And so I invite each of you to let yourselves sit with what is on your heart, what is in your heart. What might be bringing you sadness or worry or agitation, frustration, impatience, anger, disappointment, despair. This is a place where we, week after week, heal our hearts forever. It's one of my favorite lines from a musician named Michael Stillwater, who creates chants. May my heart be a place where the world is healed forever. That is the work that we're doing here. Another way of feeling more deeply into what we are carrying and have access to heal today is to ask ourselves, what memories from the past have been evoked this week, or maybe are coming up now through something that I've said, something that you've thought or felt as we've been in today's session so far. What is ready to be healed? What is ready to be reunited in love? For that's what healing is. So as we begin today, let's start with tapping. So focusing either on sensations, on emotions, on aspects of a particular memory. And if you were coming with a belief to work on, too, you can open up to a memory, painful memory still associated with this belief. I think this is a week for these deep, like to look inside for what's deep. What is deep inside that is still wounded? What might be one of, I know I'm saying all kinds of things. Hopefully it'll all help you identify very clearly where you're headed tonight. But what just came to me was that my experience this week so far has been that it's been a week of being able to code to very deep, painful places that have had a lot of impact on a person's life and a person's choices and feelings about themselves with safety and feeling a dissolving of some very deep pain. So I think that that's some of the energy this week, and invite you to see how safe it feels for you. How deep do you want to go today? And let's begin. Even though I am choosing perhaps to unearth some difficult times, feelings inside, beliefs inside, I am going to love myself deeply and completely. Because I am choosing courage even by being here, even by being willing to show up to do this work. and for many, many, many other reasons. I love myself deeply and completely. Or I want to, or I'm going to. I think everybody here can say, I'm going to at least. And maybe everybody can say, I love myself deeply and completely. And so even though I might feel uncomfortable about doing this, even though it might be a little scary, even though it might be uncomfortable, and a part of me might want to shut down or stay shut down, I choose to trust in my ability to do this, and I choose to trust that it is safe. And that I am safer than I feel, or parts of me may feel. And then top of your head. And again, here invoking, calling on the assistance of higher dimensional energies of pure light and love and healing. To join forces with you, your heart, your intention, and your openness. To bring in transformational change. To strengthen the bulwark of your own strong ship. To strengthen ourselves in love and in truth and in peace. And in wholeness. Eyebrows. Eyebrows, I invite you to focus on whatever it is that's coming up. And just in case it's a number of things, you can have language around that. So all these feelings and sensations, all this percolation on the sides, all these feelings, all this perhaps tumult inside. Underneath your eyes. Whatever resistance there might be inside right now to my own healing and growth. I'm going to honor and love the parts of me that might be resistant right now, whether I'm conscious of them or not. Above your lips. Honoring all that's coming up in me. Below your lips, honoring all the parts of me that have worked steadfastly to protect me, to keep me safe. Collarbones, honoring their intention, their sincerity. On the sides, and asking all the parts of me to trust that there are ways to still protect, but allow the whole of me to grow and to expand and to experience wondrousness, purpose perhaps, right? Not everybody wants to experience wondrousness, I guess, but to experience wondrousness or purpose or um, meaning or love and in ways that have been beyond our capacity up until this point. Riss, may I expand my capacity to be a strong ship that is filled with light and love and nurturance, stability, adaptability, flexibility, creativity. Top of your head. Focusing perhaps now a little bit more specifically on what it is that's been weighing on your heart. Eyebrows, feeling this pain. Use pain as a general word because whatever is out of balance, whatever is defensive or protected, whatever is distorted, limited, constricted, it's all about pain. Underneath your eyes, this pain. Above your lips, this pain that I've still been carrying inside. Below your lips, choosing to release it now, knowing that it's present now so that I can release it. And I am ready to do whatever it takes to release this old pain, collarbones, so I can begin or continue to change this pattern that doesn't bring me happiness, joy, doesn't bring me strength, clarity, or connection. On the sides, releasing the old pain. To transform the patterns. To be able to be more loving and more supportive to the whole of me. Wrist. Releasing all the pain I possibly can, consciously and unconsciously, now, no matter what. Top of your head, releasing this pain, these emotions, eyebrows, this charge in my nervous system. On the sides, this defensiveness. Underneath, this resistance and these walls. Above your lips so that I can breathe more deeply inside. My breath no longer blocked by walls below your lips, but the breath of life, carrying the spirit of life, reaches everywhere inside. And all the parts of me can feel this breath of life wafting in and around and through them. Collarbones. All the parts of me can feel more grounded, sturdier, safer and stronger, more rooted in love nurturance, connection. On the sides. In the sanctuary within my being. In the sanctuaries within all the unseen spaces within. All the unmanifest spaces. All the places where the energy configurations from our past are located. Chris. So that we can wash clean, refreshen, nourish, transform with light, with the fire of light and love, the whole of our beings. Let's go to the high heart. Nice deep breaths here. And check in with yourself and see what you notice now. What's shifted and feels different, lighter, brighter. And what's still there? Or what's emerging? What's revealing itself now? Top of your head, clearing this from my past. Eyebrows, clearing this, whatever you might want to use a word for, sensation or feeling or memory, belief. On the sides, clearing this, all the energy and the charge of this from my past. Clearing this from my past. And let's go back up to our top of our heads and bring to awareness the whole of ourselves gathered around the campfire. I think we've all done this. And now shifting our language a little bit so that instead of clearing ourselves of this, we are freeing ourselves of the past, the pain from the past, and feeling, seeing, sensing all the parts of us throwing into that great transformative flame in the center, that pain from the past. On the sides, whatever it is, even if it changes partway through, right? Whatever comes up, wanting to be released. Releasing the pain of the past. Releasing these pains of the past. Below your lips and all the ways they impacted me and made me feel unsafe or bad or small or wrong. All the ways they distorted my inherent truth, which is a spark of the light of God. Again, whatever words work for you. These distortions seem to happen. I don't know for us to grow, but we certainly grow and develop in all kinds of ways as a result of the experiences we've had, that are ways we would not have grown had we had different experiences. That much we all know for sure. On the sides. And maybe we can take a moment to feel really grateful for who we are today. For the people that we have grown ourselves into with the help of all dimensions, let's say. Wrist, feeling the beauty, the kindness, the strength, the heart, the soul, and the spirit of who we are now. Being grateful to ourselves and to all of those who have assisted us. Being grateful for the light that we have seen and felt. On the sides, for the roots and the stability that we have grown and developed. Our capacity for nourishment, nurturance underneath. Our capacity to move the waters of life through us, to rest in the sacred inner spaces, to let our emotions move through us and cleanse us. And to let ourselves be transformed and reborn through fire. Through the spark of life. Through wisdom. So, feeling the ways our path is illumined. Collarbones, ways our path is grounded and stable. On the sides, the ways that we are nourished and nurtured along our path. Wrists and the brilliance, the knowing, the wisdom that comes from walking our path. From growing our truth, healing ourselves into greater and greater wholeness and love. Back up to your high heart. With nice deep breaths here. Spend some moments with yourself, exploring your inner you-ness now. clearing out any residual density, heaviness. If you're noticing any, continuing to know that on the out breath, you are releasing more and more. So that you can feel more fully in and perhaps more deeply and expansively in your own inner sanctuary now. In this beautiful space within our circle, attended by beings of pure heart and love. And our ancestors, living energies of the earth. And then invite yourself to go to that, whatever it was, whatever the issues were that you started with. And to perhaps feel yourselves, all the selves of you gathered together, right? And feel all of you being cleansed. It could be a beautiful, light, warm shower of color. You could be standing under a waterfall. The colors of the rainbow falling into this beautiful pool into which you stand and are being refreshed and cleansed in such a delightful way. It might even be a sprinkler. Might even be fun, lighthearted. But this cleansing energy is moving through all the open spaces within you. And you can feel it. You can feel this refreshness, not a word, but you can feel it from within. Feel the health that it is bringing, the light that it is bringing, the warmth and the peace. The gentleness. The strength and compassion, brilliance, whatever. All of it. Animating. And lightening, like lighting up. All those attributes that are the energetic truth of your being. Can you feel that? That you are love and brilliance and light and strength and creativity and gentleness and fortitude and resilience and abundance. That your true self is your own unique configuration of spiritual qualities and attributes. And feel yourself moving through your life with more conscious awareness of these energetic truths of your being, your energetic identity. Having a human experience in this world at this time. Remembering your capacity to manifest beauty and love. Your capacity to have profound impacts on the nature of reality by what you choose to give your attention to. What is it you want more of in your life? Likely that's what you want more of in the world. Feel yourself giving yourself permission to create more of that in your life, in your heart, and in your life now. Mark this in your memory, in the cells of your body, in the fluids that flow between the cells, in the muscles and the bones and the tissue, the crystalline bones, the crystalline tissue, the crystalline fluid that flows through your body. And as we root these spiritual attributes in the crystalline structures within, we become more able to manifest them consciously and unconsciously. And feel the truth of that within. Feel it in your bones. Feel it in your field. And the fluids that flow. Having marked this so deeply in your memory, so deeply within, I invite you to bring your awareness back to your body in a more physical way. Begin to wiggle and roll things around. Open your jaw, take a nice deep breath. Roll your neck. And perhaps set an intention, whatever intention you want from the work that you did today and the way that the work impacted you and your awareness of yourself and how you want to move forward in your life. I want to thank you for bringing all your energy here, your spirit, your light, all the beings who come with you, for creating this healing circle together, for combining our energies and our love to create a more expansive, deep, trusting experience for all of us, to bring in more light. I wish you a week filled with glorious moments, filled with growing gratitude for all the gifts of life, and a deeper love for yourself and for all of existence. Be well. Until next time. I send you my love. And thank you, thank you, thank you for your presence and your beingness in this world. Until next week or next time. Bye-bye.